Hi, I'm Greg Scher. On the morning of Tuesday, November 17th, 2020, tragedy struck the Laverne, Tennessee Police Department. Their beloved canine Sjaak was gunned down in an ambush, devastating the department and his handler. Our NFM salute for the month of March 2021 honors Sjaak for his service and gives our audience an inside look at how vital the canine officer is to forces around the world. Joining us now from the Laverne Police Department is Sjaak's handler, Officer Justin Darby, and Police Chief Chip Davis. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us.
Sir, thank you.
Officer Darby, let's start by taking us through that morning. What do you remember about it?
Well, that morning I just pulled out of the station. I got into the median where I saw one car coming towards me. As I was traveling, I could see the vehicle pull up beside me in my peripheral vision. Immediately, heard gunshots, had stuff in the car flying everywhere. I was trying to take cover down in my seat. He took off at a high rate of speed. I immediately pursued him, trying to get on the radio, chased him to a condominium complex. He pulled into a parking spot, started firing AR-15 rounds at me. As he was showing himself to me, I was returning gunfire towards him. As other units got there, the gunfight ended, cars started to take off, and then all of a sudden just stopped at the end of the complex. Other officers came, including Chief. We approached the car, busted out the windows, were able to see that he had a gunshot wound to the head, called for an ambulance, and as we were waiting for that, I had an officer check on Sjaak for me, at which point the officer said that he had been struck. So I immediately ran to my car, took off towards the Animal Medical Center, where he received medical treatment.
It's unbelievable that you were not hit. I understand over 40 bullets were fired in your direction.
Yeah, I think it was a little over 50, I think. But yeah, I'm very lucky and blessed.
What were the emotions that were going through you when you learned your beloved Sjaak was hit?
Just kind of panic. I mean, really, I was, ran to the car. I mean, didn't think twice about it. Got out of there and took him to get, medical help. I know on the way there, it was just real, frustrated and angry and, just crying uncontrollably, just telling him that, I was going to get help as soon as I could.
I can sense that you're emotional even now. Why does it hit you so deep?
Work-wise, we've been through, so many situations. I mean, just real sticky and dangerous situations. And, on a couple of occasions, he's actually, saved not only my life, but other officers as well with armed subjects. And then you got, at home, he's just like I treat him like a pet. I don't do any work with him. I just let him be a dog and be a pet and let the family love on him. And, even through personal problems I may have had through the years I was with him, it's just like, he's always there.
I understand you've got two children. They're now getting to that grown-up age, but 20 and 14 now. But when Sjaak first came into their life, they were 13 and 8. So how did they take his passing?
They took it hard, especially my son. My daughter loves animals. She's actually studying to be a veterinarian now. My son, he was in love with him, and he would, his friends were over. He would, show him off or make him do tricks. Like he was the actual canine handler, which was cool to see.
Now, these dogs mean so much more to their handlers, Chief Davis. Tell us just how deep the relationship goes with these special officers.
The canines, they become a part of the family here at Laverne Police Department. We treat them as just like we would do a human officer here at the department. But also, this animal becomes a part of Justin Darby's family. And he gets bonded with not only him as a handler, but him as a caretaker as well as his family. He's considered an officer here at the department, so he received full honors from the police department.
There was a funeral procession to the Faithful Friends crematory. Officer Darby, as an individual that was so close to Sjaak, What did it mean to you, and how did it impact you to see that groundswell of love from your colleagues, not just in your own jurisdiction, but others?
You always enter the profession hoping you never have to be a part of something like that. But, once you are, unfortunately, you have all these people out supporting you or supporting Sjaak. And it was incredible.
And I understand that the two of you had great success on the street. And so we have some statistics to share. You and Sjaak arrested upwards of 35 suspects together, recovered $21,000, and seized over 102 pounds of marijuana together and well over 10,000 pills. Chief Davis, how critical are these officers to your police force and to forces around the world?
They're very critical. They have the sense of smell, a keen sense of smell that will allow them to sniff in areas that we can't. We can also put these canines in areas that a human just can't fit into.
Tell us something about Sjaak that you think Sjaak would want us to know.
When he was at work, he was fearless. He would lay his life on the line, which he did for not only me, but any officer here. He's done it numerous times. He's a true hero.
Well, we are very, very honored. And as part of this, we are going to help you get on your way to pick up that $15,000 tab to get yourself another canine. We'll be donating $2,500 to the Laverne Police Department Canine Unit. We have some information on the screen right now for others that may want to donate and get you closer to that $15,000 mark, which will get you another canine. Of course, there will never be another one like Sjaak, but we really, really appreciate your time and allowing us to honor Sjaak and his legacy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And thank you so much for the donation.
We'll see you next time.